Please rise for the presentation of the colors by Union High School JROTC Color Guard. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Union High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2013. I am Arlie Gonzalez, salutatorian of this year's class and your MC for today's ceremony. I would like to begin by welcoming our stage guests. Sharing the stage with us today are Board Member Ms. Anita R. Lanier, Board Treasurer John D. O'Connor, Board Vice President Ms. Maureen Quinn Slade, Board President Ms. Dr. Wendy Verhaeg Falb, Superintendent Ms. Teresa Weatherall-Neal, Executive Director of Teaching and Learning, High Schools and Alternative Education, Mr. Ronald Gorman, Carl Nelson, our principal, our valedictorian, Andrea Clapp, and Ms. Patricia Baker, 41-year GRPS teacher. We will begin our ceremony with a welcome from our superintendent. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Teresa Weatherall-Neal.
Good morning. First, I would like to thank the board members who are here today, as well as my executive cabinet that is with me. We have been cheering for you all along this year. We are so very proud of you. I'm probably the proudest person in this room to stand here to represent you as your superintendent. I want you to know that wherever you go, when you leave here today, the world is yours. You are a member of the Grand Rapids Public Schools family. You can do whatever you choose to do in this world. You will be as successful as you choose to be. Everything you need, graduates, you have inside of you. You take that with you to the next step. You reach back and you help someone else get there with you. But most importantly, wherever you go, you look for other Grand Rapids Public Schools graduates. They are out here in this world all over. Those are your family members. You never have to go at this alone. Seek out those positive people to help you on that next step. Again, I love you most. Congratulations, and go do it.
Next, we will hear from Mr. Ronald Gorman. Mr. Gorman is Director of Teaching and Learning for the High Schools and Alternative Education. Mr. Gorman.
Good morning. At this time, we would like to recognize some students who were a part of the Superintendent's Advisory Council. This is a group of students that helps direct policies and procedures for the Grand Rapids Public Schools. They've given a tremendous amount of input this year, and for that, we're very thankful. Students, when I call your name, please come to the stage, and please receive a certificate at this time from Superintendent Neal. Alex Barcheski, please come to the stage. Stand by the superintendent. Ahmad Dix. Lyric Hoffman. And Daniel Vargas. Congratulations, seniors, and thank you. I would also like to thank many other individuals for making this day possible. Miss Sandy Harvey and Miss Inika Zwiris, they helped put all of this together. They helped provide flowers. So thank you so much to our dynamic team for putting this all together. And Mr. Larry Johnson and his security team. I don't know if you noticed all of the yellow shirts outside, all of his staff who've been very, very helpful. We thank them for all they do for the Grand Rapids Public Schools, so please give them a round of applause. Parents and guardians, there is only one major reason why these folks are in front of us today, and that is because of you. So please give yourselves a round of applause. When parents and guardians are involved, there is a high likelihood of your students being successful. So stay involved, be those helicopter parents, to ensure that your students are successful, not just until this point, but in the future as well. Thank you, parents. To our teachers, thank you for having high expectations for our students. Thank you for building positive relationships. Thank you for working long hours. I know that the school day does not stop at 2:30. It continues long into the evening and on weekends, so teachers, thank you for that. Union teachers, you've done so much this year to improve student achievement, and I firmly believe that the best is yet to come under your leadership. Thank you so much. And I think the most important group of the day are these individuals before me right in front. 4 years ago, you came into Union High School with your principal, Mr. Ed Shalhoop. Do you know who Mr. Ed Shalhoop is? Okay. Mr. Shalhoop was my mentor, and we brought Mr. Shalhoop back this year, and he helped out a little bit also, so I'm hoping that you were glad to see him, right? And then we thank Mr. Jennings for his leadership, and we're also thanking Mr. Carl Nelson for his leadership. Students, you've done so much this year, and this is a wonderful day. But this is a milestone, and there are many milestones to come. So after this day, have a ball. Have a wonderful, wonderful party with your family and friends, and then regroup. And let's get ready for school, because 4 years from now, I want you to do what you want to do in life. So please prepare every single day for your future, and please cherish this wonderful milestone. In addition to Mr. Nelson, there are some other administrators who are in the audience this evening. Mr. Aaron Rusi, will you please stand? And Miss Jessica Mott, will you please stand? At this time, I would like to introduce a wonderful, wonderful principal. This gentleman's name is Mr. Carl Nelson. Mr. Carl Nelson received his bachelor's degree from Ferris State University, his master's degree from Michigan State University, and he is currently pursuing an educational specialist degree from Grand Valley State University. He has been a teacher, athletic director. He was also the principal of Creston High School. He has been a proud educator for 21 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your principal, Mr. Carl Nelson.
Thank you, Mr. Gorman. Wasn't quite expecting that, but very nice. Family and friends, I'd like to welcome you to Sunshine Community Church for the 2013 Union High School commencement exercises. Before I begin, I would like to recognize a few folks also. I would like to recognize Mrs. Nicole Shilton and Mrs. Karen Heising for their work with our senior class. Where are you? Stand up, please. See one. Where's Miss Shilton? Where is she? Oh, hey, there you are. All right, thank you. I would also like to recognize and thank the Union High School staff for their dedication of our young people. Thank you very much for this year. I would also like to thank our families and community for their support of this high school and our young people. Moms and dads, aunts and uncles, grandmas and grandpas. We see the impact that you make on your students on a daily basis, and we thank you. Please give it up for our families. And lastly, I would like to recognize the class of 2013. You gotta love a response like that. Class of 2013, good luck and thank you. Good luck to you in your endeavors in reaching your dreams. Thank you for your dedication and hard work, for your character and talents, for your personality and accomplishments. As I have told you before, I would have loved to have known you for 4 years and not just one. But it is my hope that in some way we have made an impact on each other, and you will leave this place with a foundation to future and lifelong experiences. We have so many things to be thankful for, and I appreciate the short experience that we had together. I wish you the best and continued success in the next phase of this wonderful life. Thank you.
Miss Patricia Baker joined Grand Rapids Public Schools 41 years ago. She has taught English at Central High School and Union. Even after these many years, Miss Baker's first love is still teaching. She challenges her students to work hard and achieve their best. Let us welcome Miss Baker to the podium.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the privilege of speaking to the graduating seniors, their long-suffering parents, and the dedicated staff of Union High School. And I can honestly say that I'm a bit nervous, something I don't experience often, or at least admit to experiencing. However, as I would expect of my students in my classes, I'm going to take a deep breath, compose myself, and do what I set out to do. Try to send these graduating seniors off into the real world with a few words of wisdom. Seniors, you're taking the next huge step into a different world from any you've known to this point. Some of you will go to college, some to technical schools, some to internships, and some to jobs. You will leave behind friends you've known for years in the familiarity of school, neighborhoods, and homes. While that may be a good thing, it's not an easy thing. You are stepping into a world that requires you to become a responsible adult to survive and be successful. There are those who say that your high school years are your best years of your life, but you do have something to look forward to. I believe being a grown-up, if you do it right and work at it, is much better than being a teenager. As an adult, not only will you be responsible for yourself and the decisions you make, you get to do this all on your own. Those people who have had your back all these years get to step away and watch you make it on your own. We are cheering for you. We are proud of the young men and women you have become, and we expect to hear great things about each and every one of you. Now for the words of wisdom. I know you can't wait to hear these. Commit them to memory, quiz to follow. Your teachers and your parents have expectations for you. After all the time and effort we've put into you, you need to live up to those expectations. However, you have dreams and expectations for yourself which you shouldn't neglect. Pursue that career you've always been interested in. Check new things out. Take a risk. If you fail, oh well. Learn from it and move on to something else. Doing nothing will get you nothing. Trying again will eventually lead to success. Give something back. The world will be a better place if you are kind, generous, and treat people with respect. You diminish yourself by being petty, mean, and selfish. You are the future of this country, and I'm confident our country is in very good hands. Get involved. Educate yourself on world affairs and politics, as well as on what you need for your career. There is nothing more powerful than a smart, educated, determined person. This is the kind of person that can conquer any obstacle, right any wrong. This is the kind of person that can change the world. Be that kind of person. Finally, keep in mind that adults tend to get smarter the older you get. Perhaps the words of wisdom from your parents and teachers might be worth listening to, or at least reviewing when times get tough. And remember, even though we have resolved to stand back and let you make your own mistakes, you know we will always be around to cheer you on, to give you advice, and to pick you up when you stumble. It has been a privilege to be your teacher. You make me proud. Keep up the good work.
Our valedictorian this year's class is Andrea Clapp. Andrea is graduating with a 4.3 GPA. Please join me in welcoming Andrea.
Before I begin, I want to take this moment to acknowledge all the teachers, staff, and students and parents who have made this day a reality for the class of 2013. When I look at Union High School's graduating class of 2013, I see a beautiful thing. I see the faces of young men and young women from all races, backgrounds, and walks of life come together today to celebrate their dedication, perseverance, courage, and strength to make it where they are now. I know that we don't live in a perfect world. Many of us have experienced violence, lived in poverty, or gone through some form of adversity. And many of us have seen the consequences of what happens when you give up on life. Some of us may have been told that we wouldn't amount to anything or that we were worthless. But today, rejoice, for today is a day of celebration. Today you have proved them wrong. And when you walk across that stage today, you can hold your head up high, knowing that you have steered your life in the direction that you want it to go. You have earned the right to be here today. Our history painfully points out to us how far we have come and how far we still have to go. Not that long ago, women weren't allowed to have a voice in their government, and people of color were discriminated against and not allowed to have the same opportunities as whites. Only 5 years ago, the United States elected our first African American president. We still have changes that need to be made to make this country a better place, but we are getting there. I am proud of the fact that now when we tell our children that they can become anything they dream of being, we can say it with a voice full of sincerity. However, even though we are fortunate to live in a country where we are free to do anything and become anything, this alone is not enough. People must take the initiative to chase after their dreams. When we were children, our parents used to tell us that our rooms wouldn't clean themselves, and the same principle applies to us as adults. Our dreams aren't going to accomplish anything by themselves. It takes a human being to turn an idea into something that can change the world. Howard Thurman once said, "Don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive, and go do it, because what the world needs is people who have come alive." For most 17, 18, or 19-year-olds, we may not know what we want to do with our lives just yet, and that's okay. It is at this time when we are faced with change, when we find out who we truly are. It is also when we face obstacles, when we discover our own strength, and we discover the people in our lives who truly love and support us. Many of us will be faced with challenges. Some will overcome their trials, others will not. Don't be the kind of person who lets things happen to them in life. It's your life, so go make things happen. It's your life, so don't let anyone tell you what you can or can't do. But most of all, I think that sometimes we forget that we are our own worst critic. So when you have that voice in your head that tells you that you can't do something or that your dreams are too big, tell it to shut up. You can do anything you put your mind to, so follow your dreams because you are worth it. Congratulations on getting here, class of 2013.
The class of 2013 would like to take a moment to thank and recognize all teachers and school staff who have supported us over the last 4 years. Would the teachers and school staff in the audience please rise? You may be seated. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. Class of 2013, it's time to receive our diplomas. Ms. Neal, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Dubliss, let's begin.
How you doing? Andrea, clap. Arlie Gonzalez. Halima Abdi. Nathaniel Ryan Atkinson. Bibiana Granados Saldama. Ahmed Ali. Andrea Kari Allen. Eric Anthony Alvarez. Alante Arasia Anderson Lovelady. Jose Miguel Anico. Jamarcus Javon Armour. Alicia Angelita Rose Ayala. Jesus Christian Baca Valenzuela. Devin Michael Baker. Alexis Hannah Barcheski. Kelsey Betts. Tiana Dolores Blackburn. Ruben Joseph Blackwell. Tyler Daniel Brooks. Davina Shadre Brown. Michael Aaron Bryant. Melvin Birch Jr. Jonathan Ivan Caceres. Rosalind Isbel Carias Pena. Claudio Castellana. Ernesto Alejandro Castro. David Centennial. Oscar Chapa. Jack Edward Clifford III. Devin Collings. Myra Cortez. Jasmine Lynn Crampton. Alicia Rebecca Cruzado. Gina Paige Davis. Corey Lynn Dawson. Cindy De Los Santos. Whitmer De Leon Perez. Zachary Ryan Doan. Ashley Marie Dominguez. Sabrina Pebbles Dominguez. Michael Dyson. Vincent Mark O'Kelly Edwards. Khadijah Kenyatta Ellison. Kayla Emery. Jesus Esparza. Martin Uriel Esparza. Yuris Adonis Ferreira. Hold up one second. Daniel Lewis Frazier Jr. Very nice. Brandon Lavelle Fudge. Precious Dana Fudge. Thank you. Alex Garcia. Come up right here 1 second. Alonzo Garcia. Chantal Garcia. Roberto Gonzalez. Anika Ann Gray. Eduardo Guerrero. Christy Guevara. Javon Gully. Jonathan Ray Hernandez. Deshaun Joseph Herrera. Lyric Evelyn Hoffman. Darian John Howell. Shanice Hughes. Khalil M. Jackson. Tavari Jonathan Jackson. Adriana Jimenez. Jeffrey Johnson. Katie Lynn Jones. Sylvia Juarez. Jeremy Lee Keith. Brandon Clay Kincaid. Nathan James Lamont. Ashley Ann Lisatz. Ryan Anthony Lomas. Hector Lopez. Izzy Lisbeth Lopez Trujillo. Eduardo Jose Martinez. Amber Nicole Masson. Vanessa Karina Mazariegos. Leonarda Elizabeth Mendez Diaz. Aaliyah Minor. Jarquel Lamont Mitchell. Demisha Danielle Moffitt Minter. Eduardo Lalo Moreno. Kenneth Wayne Nichols Jr. Taylor Marie Oki. Marlene Ann Pablomo. Ana Luisa Pantoja. How you doing? Tyler Christopher Partinen. Eduardo Perez. Elizabeth Perez. Francisco Javier Perez Laredo. Paola Diana Perez. Jessica Perez. Ulysses Perez. Joseph Flieger. Miguel Paisano. Jakara Ajane Price. Belinda Michaela Rafael Velasquez. David Rankin. Nicole Ann Remington. Juan Carlos Reynoso. Jamie Ryder. Jaleesa Robledo. Eniver Manail Rodas. Leticia Rodriguez Garcia. Izel Rodriguez. Marco Ivan Rojas Garcia. James Asher Rusky. Angelica Saldana. Claudia Ruth Sanchez Cantillo. Erica Santoyo. Stylon James Seawood. Alicia Seeley. Robert Shenaniquet. Deviante Deshaun Shannon. Elizabeth Sierra. Marissa Renee Southard. Kiana Renee Sworn. Jana Diamond Ross. Nicole Tingley. Nicole Jane Toledo. Eddie. Edwin Enrique Torres Jimenez Jr. Santa Estefany Valdez Calderon. Nicholas Charles Walter Van Houten. Daniel Vargas Leon. Juana Maria Vasquez Santiago. Jalen Vassar. Alfonso Vasquez. Sasha Mabel Vera. Taylor Alexandria Walker. Derek Christopher Wilson Jr. Aaron Devontae Wright. Danielle Anne Marie Zeitz. Jamal Dwayne Overstreet II. Yasmin Echevarria. Ahmad Kasim Dix. Christian Martinez. Ivan Lopez. Lafayette Lamont Kilgo. Matthew Hull. Gabriela Alejandra Gomez. Gabriel Arellano. Estevan Zambrana Jr. Maha Marie Watkins. Lorenzo Deshante Laron Weshi. Darian Lee Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, your class of 2013.
Don't do it yet. Not yet. Hold on.
Today, I present to you the Union High School candidates for graduation. As principal of Union High School, I certify that all candidates who will be receiving diplomas have met or exceeded all of the requirements as set forth by the Grand Rapids Public Schools Board of Education and the State of Michigan.
Union High School. Union High School graduating class of 2013. It is my privilege as a member of the Board of Ed to make this official. On behalf of the Board of Education, faculty, and staff of the Grand Rapids Public Schools, it is my honor to accept the graduating class of 2013 for Union High School, and with the power invested in the board by the state, hereby confirm diplomas on each. Graduates,
You want to stay with her? At this time, please take your tassel and move it from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduated class of 2013.